Hi, today I'm going to show you how to set up Versa Cloud ERP for your Shopify store in about 10 minutes or so. So we're going to go to the Shopify App Store, find the Versa app, and then click on Add App. We'll type in the URL of our store, and then we'll be asked to grant permission to install the app into your Shopify store. If you're using a paid Shopify store, you will be asked to agree to be charged for a recurring monthly charge, so just say yes to that. Then you're going to sign up for a new account. So you'll enter some details. Now just so you know, your store details are pre-populated based on the Shopify information. They're going to ask to provide a password as well. You'll then agree to terms and click Next. So now you'll need to verify your email. When you do that, just check your email in your inbox, click on the link to validate your email. Then after you do that, you'll be able to log in. Okay, now we need to set up some settings. So this tells us how to connect Versa to your Shopify store. So most of the settings here have a little I, so if you want to know what it does, just click on the little I to get an explanation. So here we're setting up the mapping and location in Shopify to a facility in Versa. So in Versa, a facility is an inventory location. So I'm going to map to the default facility main warehouse. Then I'm going to say that for all the orders, once they're in Versa, to fulfill the order with the inventory from the facility main warehouse. So I'm going to just fill in the settings, and for details about how to choose which setting for each of these, we have information on our website in our knowledge base, which I will show at the end of the video. So once you set up the store settings, you have the options of importing data from your store. So Versa can import your products, prices, and inventory levels from your Shopify store. So I'm going to check all three. Then you will click on Start Import. So depending on the number of records you have in your store, this import might take a while. You don't have to wait for the screen to finish. You can just go navigate to other sections and then come back to this page. The system will also send you an email once the import is finished. So we're just going to go and wait a bit. And I can see the log as the system shows you it's importing products, importing the prices, and importing the inventory levels. While we're waiting for this to finish, we're going to navigate the system to give you a quick introduction to where things are. So if you look at the top menu here, we have the Invoices menu. This is where you can create invoices, record payments, and access your customer list. If you have customers you work with outside of Shopify, then you can create a manual invoice here and record payments here as well. Here we have the Bills menu. This is where you access your supplier list. You can create new bills. You can also record payments. This is where you'll pay for your different bills. Then we have the Products menu. This is where you can access your product list. So as we go here, we can see some products that have imported from Shopify. Then as you create a new product, you can either create a product in Versa, have Versa publish the products to your Shopify store, or you can create a product in Shopify and then create a product again in Versa and link the products together. So here's your orders menu. This is where you see your orders. All the orders in Shopify will come in as sales orders in our system. You can see here a list of orders. If you do use purchase orders, you can purchase orders to acquire a new product. Now for logistics. This is where you can see the shipping and receiving, so we'll get to that in a moment. Reports is where you're writing your reports. General ledger. This is where you access the GL, the accounting portion of the application. And web store is where you access your Shopify store. So now we're going to go into my store, and then I'm going to create a test order, and we're going to have that test order appear in Versa. I'm going to my store here. I'm going to order some equipment. So I'm going to pretend to be a shopper and then buy this product. Okay, so now I've placed an order. Normally Versa will just grab your orders from Shopify on a schedule of typically every hour. It will download any new orders since the last pull. For the time being, I'm going to trigger the order download manually. So to do that, I go to Web Store Actions and choose Sync Orders. So now the system has downloaded the order. We go to Orders, Open Orders, to see the list of orders we have. This first order is the order I just downloaded from Shopify. Now we have this order in the system. The next step for you will be to ship out this order. So in Versa, we can integrate with shipping carriers like FedEx, UPS, and USPS. And we can use their systems to generate shipping labels, tracking numbers, and this information can all be sent back to Shopify for fulfillment. Now I'm going to check a couple of things before I ship the order. I'm going to make sure that I have a phone number entered for my locations. I'm going to go set up the shipping carriers. I'm going to create a FedEx account. So you would need to obtain this information from your FedEx customer support. They will give you the API keys, account numbers, and things like that. When you set up FedEx, you could say, I want to apply a 10% surcharge on the fees that I get charged and pass that back to my customers. In this case, you already collected shipping in your Shopify store since now we've set it up. Once the carrier is set, I can choose the different label sizes. Depending on what printer you use to print the labels, you can choose a size that's listed in here. Versa has a concept of shipping rules. You can set up defaults for different things regarding shipping, like shipping package size, weight, dimensions, and the shipping methods that you want to use to ship out orders. So I'm going to put in the default dimensions since we ship our product in some default boxes. I'm going to say I have a small box, then the width is 3 by 5 by 5. I'm going to make that the default, so I'm going to ship out of this box. You can create as many boxes as needed. So normally in Shopify, if you have set up the product weight for your products, Shopify orders will have the weight calculated by default, so you wouldn't need to enter this. If you know the weight of the product before you ship it, you can estimate roughly how much the package is going to weigh. In Versa, We can also calculate the package weight based on the weight of the individual products. So if you set up the weight and you set up the products, this is going to estimate what the weight of the package is. But we can also say what kind of method we want to ship. We want to ship the cheapest possible, so that would be FedEx Ground. Now for FedEx Ground, there are actually different ground options, so I'm going to choose all the applicable ones. So ground home delivery with FedEx Ground. So what the system will do when you have multiple services chosen, you will actually look to see which way is the cheapest, and it will pick the cheapest for you. We also have customs clearance. This is only needed if you need to ship international orders. You can set up a customs declaration where you can put in the description and describe what's in the package. You will also need to specify the country of manufacture. So once we have the shipping rules set up, then we can go to our orders. You can either ship an order individually, so you would go to Order, View, and then Ship Orders. So that's one way to ship an order. If we want to ship multiple orders, then you can go to Orders, Open Orders, and then choose more than one order. I'm going to demonstrate how to do it from here. First, we're going to say that we're going to apply the shipping rates to the order here. So I'm going to use my defaults. So I'm going to ship using a small box with an estimated weight and then ship using FedEx Ground. So we're going to assign the shipping rules to the orders. So this means that the system actually set up those shipping parameters to this order. I'm going to choose Order Ship and then Ship Selected Orders. So what this will do then, this will ship multiple orders. In this case, I only have one order selected, but if you have 10 or 20 orders, you can ship all of these orders at once. So click on Ship Orders and then the system will go generate all the necessary documents. So in our system, we can create and generate a document like a warehouse copy. It's sent to the warehouse for picking or packing. You can also generate a packing list, which is sent to the customer to describe what's in the package. We can also generate an invoice if you need to send an invoice to the customer. We also get a shipping label. You can see that we get the packing list, we can get a shipping label, that's an image, and then they can click on print to print all necessary documents. The system will put the invoice, the warehouse copy, all as one document. You can print or send these. So then after this is done, the Shopify orders will be updated. Customers will get notified that a shipment is on its way, and then you have finished processing your first order. So there you have it. We have set up a brand new Versa Cloud account. Then we took an order, and then we shipped it. Keep an eye out for other videos showing how Versa works with your Shopify store.